Planted all this corn with an International 510 grain drill. Let's check out the crops today and ride around on the Cubby. Farmall Friday. Boom! Well, it's a Farmall Friday, doggone it all. We got the Cub sitting here. I've used this tractor quite a bit. I still got the muffler to the A on there. And this is the Frog. For some of you new subscribers, I bought this at an auction a year ago. It's got a frog hood ornament on it. And something even more interesting about this little riding lawnmower. Best riding lawnmower I ever had. Built by Frigidaire, just like your refrigerator. But anyways, yeah, something good came today for the Cubby, and a lot of you probably have these old nasty caps on here. Sheesh, puffy wuffy, and they leak, and they were recalled, and they're junk. So we're gonna put the new one on there, and yeah, we're right up to the rim with the rich taste of brim. Paul coaching. But let's get this out the box. Oh, it's a box in a box. Slide that across there so it dry paint noises. Of course, it's going to give me the obligatory safety sticker to go right below it to let you know that gasoline burns. And in addition to that, fire is hot. All right. So there you go. Got the A blinking with the two vent holes up top. And we're just going to put her right on there for your viewing and safety pleasure. Come on now. Huh. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. There we go. Okay. There you go. You just got to work it. She on there. And then I'll mail this to Blame a Viewer winner. I haven't had any Blame a Viewer winners in a while. Yeah, you'll sit there for a minute. But yeah, there you go. Get these boxes off here. And it's the first thing I do when I buy a new tractor is most of them don't come with the updated recall caps that you can still get by Nexstar. This was mailed out of Illinois. A lot of people say, oh, you can't say Illinois. Well, what do you say? Illinois. Well, you're still wrong because it's Illinois. It's French. But anyways, yep, there you go. You can see over there on the A, I got one there, got one on the 7, got one on the 400. That's the first thing I do because the old caps absolutely leak. He must have known that because there wasn't any leak marks on this sheet metal at all when I bought this. And you know, I fill it up. I like to fill my tractors up. I don't like moisture in my tanks, none of that nonsense. And in doing so, you can see on both sides the deet. We leaked when we brush hogged with the belly brush hog. And so yeah, this should shut her right down and put the kibosh to that. Probably something I'm going to do is get a new muffler for this. I don't know, I might chrome stack it. Who knows? I mean, the tractor's it's almost completely redone, really. And I am looking at another Cub, believe it or not. I'm going to keep this one just as is with the belly brush hog. I hate calling it a belly mower because it's not a mower, it's a hog. It eats. Mowers mow, this eats. And the other one that I'm looking at has the fast hitch and implements to go with it. And it doesn't just have the implements to go with it. They're all in like prime shape. Oh, look at there. Spark tester. but they're all in prime shape. And so yeah, I wouldn't hesitate at all to get another cubby. Great little food plot tractors, and I can make videos so I can kill two birds with one stone. Work a small field doing food plots. It had, let's see, it's got the 1-point fast hitch brush hog, which I probably wouldn't necessarily need. I would, of course, take it because it's part of the package deal. Got the plow, got the disc. It's just a whole bunch of... I see why guys like these little Cubs. There's like Cub groups, you know, and it's like they're not even really interested in Farmall overall as much as they are Cubs. But yep, I figure we'd get this thing fired up and just do a little crop walk and talk update on a Farmall Friday. Boom. All right, make sure we're out of gear here. We are now. Turn her on. No choke. I haven't ran it in probably, oh, a good 3 weeks. Good to run them. She's charging though. That all charged up. Well, shoot. Going second gear. Woo! Well, she's jumpy. The mean go-getter. Yep, first we'll come over here, and I don't know how many of you saw the story that I put up on YT, but it's definitely there. And that was just a day ago. But this is the small field. And I planted this June 2nd, and later than I ever want to plant them. I like planting my soybeans about May 15th. But I'll get off here and show you. I know not everybody saw that story. I get it. So yeah, these were planted June 2nd. Waist high right now. They're still growing. Definitely. I expect them to be above my belly button, at least before it's all said and done. It's just a sea of beans. We're in R1. That's reproductive stage 1. We're flowering currently right now, and pretty typical. For those of you that know nothing about soybeans, it's pretty much, you can figure pretty much most of those flowers turn into a pod. But yeah, these look really, really good. And this is a culmination of proper pH and potash. It really is. This is about 90 pounds of potash to the acre, and liming it at 2 tons to the acre every year. So yeah, they're doing good. They're doing good. Pretty weed free too. I got some velvet leaf over there, but that'll blow out the back of the combine, so I'm not worried about that. There goes a dove. Some of you know that, and I don't know how you knew, but you knew that these were dove fields. Yes, you did. Let's go to the next field. Well, regulators mount up. There you go. I like this. In case you slip or something. That's what I like. You just tame yourself right down there. Go first gear. We'll go tour gear. Touring gear. There's the old Lodestar 1600 1974. Rebuilt 245 engine. Oh, the rebuild, it probably don't have, I don't know, 5-10 miles on the engine. Okay. So here's these soybeans here. There's definitely some weeds in them, but they are dark green, and that's always a good sign. Always, always, always. Again, pH, potash, the 2 P's. Well, I suppose you could say phosphorus is too, but you can see these down here that the deer have, you know, when they enter into the field here, they just nip them off and go. But those ones out there, I don't know. I don't know if I can walk out there or not. They're really, really thick. How this velvet leaf snuck up through there, I have no idea. I could go out there and pull it, but it's light yellow or light green. It doesn't look like it's doing very good for itself. But yeah, we're in R1 here too. Let me take this out of gear and walk and gog, because I want to look. And no, I didn't pre-look at all these crops before I hopped on the Cubinator. Oh, let me sneak in here somewhere. Saywell Fair. Yeah, see, they got these bit off right here. I don't know. You know, they don't really, typically they don't eat the stems, because the stem itself has lignin in it, and deer can't digest that. But this is what they're after, that green leafy material, high protein. Yeah, so there's your velvet leaf. They're over my waist. I'm gonna tell you, just below my sternum, probably right there. And August 4th, I believe, today, or 5th, right in that range. So I look for these to get, no, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised they get a half a foot taller. But let's take a look at these bit off beans. I'm getting tore up by bugs, so yeah, you can see there's flowers, and actually this one here started to develop pods. Right there, he's starting to pod action. So yeah, I thought I planted that other field first, but I'm gonna rescind that offer. Tell you, I planted this one first. So I probably planted this June 1st and that one June 2nd. So let's go look at the Liberty Lynx that I wasn't able to spray. This should be a real treat. Yeah, just going along the first gear here, and I just mow a little path here, really, for the four-wheeler or walking, you know. So when and if we ever do get rain, I don't get my feet wet. Well, your feet will get wet, but not your pants. And you can see this is just weeds, beans, and corn. This is pretty much where I turned around with the grain drill, and I didn't even waste spraying it, because it's not really, I don't know, production spot, so to speak. Alrighty then, we'll cease and desist right here. You seem to like to idle. Oh, what am I stepping off into? Somebody's like, oh, you're pushing your ugly boots. Yeah, well, when you get free boots, you'll wear them too, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like I can cut through here all the lamb's quarters and water hemp. But, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your no-till soybeans, conventionally drilled. Yes, sir. I had no-till coulters. This was a conventional 510 grain drill. Most of you watch me do it, and it was 100% an experiment. Now, there are some patches that are missing, but for the most part, I'm delighted. I mean, these should be 50 bushel beans all day anyway. So there you go. All right, so here's the Mendoza line, and I don't know what you can see on video, but there's kind of a ridge going right through here, and from here over, this is all no-till Roundup ready soybeans, and from this, again, ridge that hopefully you can see, this is all Liberty Link all through here. And I wasn't able to spray this, okay? It was the last of the seed. I was gonna originally put bulbs in here, and it was the last of the seed at the co-op, and he says, yeah, it's herbicide resistant. And I went out and come to find out it's Liberty Link. Yeah, that's technically herbicide resistant. Now, I had some floaters when I dumped the seed in there, apparently, because there is some corn coming up in it. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And the reason I don't is because it's not going to produce any ears. So come through with a combine and pick it. It's not going to have corn in it. So it'll still be a clean sample. This doesn't have the velvet leaf. This has got the water hemp coming up through. And it's really, 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 really light green, which means it's not doing well for itself. But either way, it did find its way up through there. But most of the, I guess, foreign matter in the Liberty Link is corn, non-productive corn. You can even see right there, deer bit the top of one off. But yeah, it's not going to produce anything. So it's, like I say, I think it's fine coming through there. So you got Roundup, Liberty Link, Roundup. This is all, again, no-till. And this stuff here is about thigh high. Planted it really late, probably, June 10th time frame, 12th. I'd have to go back and look at the video. And then what happened, the big problem, what happened was we didn't get rain after I planted it. And that just, you know, seed just festered in the ground, in the dry ground, and summer happens. It just does. But these are doing better here than these, and that is 100% to do with rainfall. And speaking of rainfall, we're supposed to be getting rain at about 6 o'clock, and I think it's about 4:30 right now. So let's go look at the conventional drilled corn. But yeah, some of the spots where the beans didn't take, you can see all the litter on the ground, the old corn stalks and stuff. I didn't disc it, I didn't plow it, I didn't disc it, I didn't call to mulch it, I just planted it. Oh, and what I do is I just come up through here in between the beans and the corn and make me a four-wheeler path or a walking path or whatever I want. Now, this is my clover patch. Anybody that's been with the channel more than, I don't know, a couple weeks knows about my clover patch. I actually originally called this the crow plot because there was a dead crow here and I disced it under. But anyways, we haven't had any rain, man. We really haven't. And this stuff's starting to tassel over here. It's 90-day corn, by the way, and I planted this June 5th. Way too late for corn. But believe it or not, I'm going to get some corn off this. And there is some grass and stuff in here, and I left that for a reason, personal reason. But yeah, we're throwing ears. Looks like about 2 ears of stock. All right. So what happened this year? We got, oh, this is nice. I mean, that's cool. Deer biting it, knocking it down. This corn here is probably 7 feet tall. Right in that range, and this is all stuff I planted with a 510 grain drill. Just drilled it right in, and it used to not be uncommon to do, you know, back in the silage days, because that's basically how you plant ensilage corn. Just throw it in a grain drill and you can plant it, or you can use a corn planter. But you can see I'm silking up, and yeah, tasseled, tall, decent stalks. I mean, I don't know, that's about as good as you want, I guess. Like a little bit different of a motto going into this year anyway for most farmers, or at least it should have been. It should have been increase profit margins, not yields. Yields cost a lot of money, and you may not get it back, even though grain's up right now, so is everything else. And yeah, they're tearing this apart. I mean, and it sucks because it's all the corn it's going to produce. But yeah, you come through here, I mean, it's thick as thieves, you know. And again, it's all grain drill, every bit of it. And there's some, you know, there's some 7 feet tall, or some that's 8 feet tall. I mean, yeah, that's what she wrote. The old 510 grain drill on a Farmall Friday. Don't forget, no sale. She's a runner. Ooh, look at them apples. Them some red delicious, son.